Hi folks, welcome to the video, Hardly Gaming here, and today we're going to be looking at a new fire status build which I have called the Eternal Flame, because you will always have your skills. Always. If you have your skills on cooldown, something's gone wrong. So without further ado, let's just pop into the video. Okay folks, so here we are. I'm using the flamethrower for my signature weapon. This also gives you plus 20% extra burn duration and a cluster mine, which is really quite nice. The extra burn duration really is very useful for the first build, though if you really wanted to, you can swap it out for Survivalist, which means that the rest of your teammates are going to be getting more damage on the affected status enemies. Your primary weapon is going to be a classic M1A, which I rolled with Ignited. Deals 20% weapon damage to burning enemies. After 4 kills, applies burning to the next enemy you hit. Really nice this. My secondary weapon is going to be Sweet Dreams, which is a nice roll here, and it's got the Sandman talent, melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. This is really nice in skill builds because we usually struggle with the rushes. And my side arm is of course the backup boomstick. I'm using a 2-piece wyvern that gives you plus 10% skill damage and plus 10% status effects. As much as I can, I roll for skill damage and status effects in my builds, on this build sorry, but it's not perfect, you'll see in a second why. My backpack, I'm using a Channel Light. I'm actually using a 3-piece here, which gives you plus 50% extra explosive damage, plus 10% extra skill haste, and plus 10% extra status effects. Now as you can see, I do have a blue, I'd rather have status effects, but I just haven't found one that fits this slot with this talent. Calculated. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 10%. This just adds to how good this build is, how effective it is at getting your skills back as soon as they can. My chest piece is my other Channel Light here. Again, rolled for skill damage, although I don't have a status, but skill haste is also good. The talent is Tag Team. I love Tag Team. I've made several videos about Tag Team now. Recommend really trying it out. The last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to the enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 6 seconds. Cooldown 4 seconds. Now, the secret with this right now is that the fire burn lasts longer than 4 seconds, quite a bit longer actually, especially if you use a sticky, which means you can get multiple tag teams on the one enemy. So this is very handy when you're taking on bosses who have lots of armor, who have lots of health. You can continuously proc tag team and get your stickies down to virtually 0 cooldown. Very effective. My other 2 items here, I've got another Channel Light, both for status effect skill damage, another set of wyvern here for status effect skill damage, and my last piece is going to be a golem, just because I didn't have another slot in here that could work. And with this I get an extra 10% status effects, I get the skill tier I needed, skill damage, and also critical hit chance, which is always nice. 2 skills I'm going to be using are the Sticky Bomb for the burn, which gives you a base damage of 4.5 million, lots and lots of burn duration and burn damage. My second is going to be the Fire Starter. Well, quite a nice instant damage here, but it's the burn duration and the burn damage that really make this very powerful. So without further ado, let's just pop to the firing range. Okay guys, so here we are, and I'm just going to pop into cover so I can see better. You can see I've got my proc there for my backpack, and I'm going to start with a chem launcher. Now that red mark there, that is your chest piece talent, Tag Team. And if I hit that, see it moves about as well, it goes to the last target you hit. And then I'll come up again. Now watch that sticky down. That's me got the sticky back there. So I've got no marks there. And that affected the sticky there, but it also affects the chem launcher. I could pretty much stay here as much as I want, continuously throwing skills out, and I would never run out of skills. But you can see how, especially in a prolonged fight, how this would be effective. You're never going to run out of ammo, but you're never going to run out of skills. And you can continuously launch crowd controlling fire status at enemies. Okay guys, just a little recap of the build guys. You're wanting a 2-piece Wyvern, 3-piece China Light, and your last slot can be whatever you want, but I have put a golem in here just for the extra skill status effect. And the 2 abilities you want in will be the Burn Sticky Bomb and the Firestarter Chem Launcher. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.